got another Technique Tuesday here at the Craft Lab. Got Super Stud Ben Zalo as my partner today. So last week we went over some couple different setups to get in the underhook and just a couple, pretty slick ankle picks from there. Today, show you some cross wrist stuff. So last week, whoever watched, I actually used my cross wrist to get into my underhook. So one of my sneak ways to get it, put back in his face, he reaches up, pull that down, and we went for underhook. Okay. Today I'm just gonna show you some different stuff. So from the cross wrist, essentially it's like a 2-on-1, but we're out front. Okay, I can be forward to forehead, forward in the shoulder. We're like I was showing last week, sometimes we're in this shoulder position where I can start swinging my underhook. First thing I'm gonna show, forward to forehead. Okay, and real quick too, they're just from this tie here, one, I want to use my thumb. Okay, I'm squeezing that elbow, but there's a lot of different stuff. I mean, kind of some pretty basic stuff. I can obviously pass that. You got high crotch, double. I can pull them. Single, come back fireman's. But I'm going to show you a couple different like little tricks that I made up back in the day that people might not have seen before. So one thing they do when I get that cross wrist, especially if I'm forward forehead, a lot of times they're either going to grab my wrist or they're going to post on you. Okay, and that's why I discussed last week, if I want to get my underhook, when I grab this cross wrist, so maybe I go back in the face, really got to move my feet. But let's say I don't get there. Let's say right when I grab that cross wrist, he starts pushing me away with that other hand on the shoulder here. So the other way we can get it, I just go here, boom, yeah, right here. So he's pushing me away. Okay, this is called a cross wrist shuck. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, we're forward to forehead, he's kind of pushing me away here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step in with my inside foot. Okay, when I do that, I'm going to start leaning back and in. Okay, because I'm going to shuck him here. So I'm going to make a fist with this hand. I'm going to shuck him by, but at the same time, I'm going to let go of the elbow and grab his neck here, and then this hand's making a fist, and I'm shucking him by. Now notice how tight my hips are. Okay, I'm real tight here. We can bring him down. Again, I made this up in college. It was one of my best attacks. It's slick though, because most times if we're doing like a throw by or shuck, it's all on the same side. Okay, whether or not we're here, we're outside. Several different ways to do it. This one I'm transitioning from one side of his body to the other, so it's pretty slick here. So again, we're here, palm in his face. He grabs my wrist, pull that down, grab my cross wrist. Okay, he's pushing me away on the shoulder. I'm gonna step in with the inside leg first here. Once I get here, I'm gonna start leaning back and in. And the reason I'm doing that is it's not gonna be like a duck. I'm not doing this, okay? I'm shucking him by me. So we're here, step with the inside leg first, start leaning back and in. I'm gonna let go of the elbow, that's gonna go to the back of the neck. At the same time, I'm letting go of his wrist, making a fist, and I'm shucking him by me. Hips are tight, bringing him down. Yeah. One more time, a little slower. And when we're doing this too, again, I can attack same side wrist first and kind of crawl up here, or we want to get real tricky, sneaky here, put the hand in the face. When I do that, make sure we're staying in position here. I'm not standing up doing this. I'm straight arm too, right here. He reaches up, grabs my wrist, I pull that down, grab my cross wrist, and I'm here. And again, the grip on the elbow, we're using our thumb. Okay? From here, stepping in with the inside leg first here. Inside leg first, I'm going to start leaning back and in, because I want to shuck him by me. Again, we're not going underneath like a duck. I'm taking him by me. So I step in, and then the hand that's on the elbows, letting go, going to the back of the neck. Hand on the wrist, he's going to make a fist. Okay? And shucking him by me, I'm pulling down that neck here. Hips are in tight. So that's cross wrist shuck. Something else we can do. Guys push you away. And real quick here too, let's go back to that. Sometimes they push away on your forehead. Okay? Get your stance. Yeah, so I'm here. This seems like I'm far away, but once you get to feel this, I used to hit this move all the time, that cross wrist shuck, even from here. Okay, but I just gotta take a big step in here, and I'm leaning, same thing, I'm leaning back and in. So guys, push on your forehead. I can still hit this. Initially, it's gonna feel a little bit odd because there's some space in there, but once you get the feel of it, we can still hit this from, you know, it's pushing away on my forehead too. So I'm here, right there. All right. I'm gonna grab this cross wrist again here, and I'm gonna have Ben push me away on the shoulder. Because again, guys are either like, sometimes they'll grab your wrist and I'll show you one or two things from there, or they'll kind of push you away here. He pushes me away here. This is actually one of my favorite steps to get to my 2-on-1. Okay, so I can obviously, if he's reaching on me here, he reaches, I can pull up my 2-on-1. But another kind of tricky way, like sneaky way I like to get in there is to get my cross wrist first. And I'll just grab and stand here, wait for him to start pushing me away. And then from here, the hand that's on the elbow is gonna let go of the elbow. I'm gonna grab the wrist, okay, palm facing out, grab that wrist, pull it off in front of my face, let go of his wrist, and immediately move my feet forward. Okay, and we're crawling up. Okay. And this is good too, because you know, hand fighting, you know, this is just, you know, the technical side of hand fighting is very, very important. It's not just, you know, being physical with your hands. It's being able to attack and transition from one side of the body to the other. I talk to my guys all the time about, you know, the best wrestlers, you know, I can attack with both legs, I can shoot with both hands, I can attack both sides of the body. You know, hand fighting, you know, going from one side to the other is also very, very important. So, you know, I'm starting with my cross wrist on this side, he's pushing me away, I'm going to transition, go right to my 2-on-1. And since we're there, there's obviously a lot of different things we can do from 2-on-1. I'm going to show you very, very slick attack. It's another move I made up in college. It's kind of like a throw by single, but you start getting this cross wrist first. Go here, he reaches up, pull that down. Okay, he starts pushing me away here. I'm gonna let go of the elbow, grab his wrist, palm facing out. I'm gonna pull that in front of my face, let go of his wrist, and then move my feet forward here. Move my feet forward. Okay, now again, from here, there's obviously a lot of different techniques we can do, but I'm just gonna show you one really slick attack from this position. So I got my 2-on-1 right here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a side step here. And when I take a side step, I wanna be close to his foot as possible. I don't wanna go backwards. I'm gonna take a side step. Now, this knee is gonna replace that foot. I'm doing like a drop step. And at the same time, I'm using this 2-on-1, the top hand. I'm gonna throw him by and down. The hand that's on the wrist is gonna catch his ankle. Okay? So, we're in this 2-on-1 here. Okay? I'm gonna take a side step, and I wanna get close to his foot as possible here. When I take a side step, this knee is gonna replace that foot. My top hand here, I'm gonna throw it by and down, and the hand on the wrist is gonna catch his ankle. So side step here, here. Now from here, almost every single time, their first initial reaction, he's gonna reach back and try to whizzer me, so I'm gonna switch knees, but drop my shoulder low here. I don't wanna be up high here, because yeah, I'm putting it right in that position. So after I get down there, I throw it by and down, I'm anticipating he's gonna reach back, and so I'll switch knees, lower my shoulders so he can't, drop my shoulders so he can't whizzer me, shelf that and crawl up. I don't have a name for this move. I just made it up in college, and again, this is one of my best attacks, but it's pretty slick here. So again, but starting with the cross wrist, getting a cross wrist here, he's really pushing me away, okay? Let go of the elbow, grab his wrist palm out. I'm gonna grab that, pull it off in front of my face. Now, I'm not doing this. I'm not like taking my head out of it. People make that mistake too when they're just normally pulling off their 2-on-1, he's reaching on me. Kids try to do this, I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna take my head out of it. I'm just gonna grab that, pull it off right in front of my face, and move my feet, crawl up that arm. So I got my cross wrist here, he's pushing me away. Let go of the elbow, grab his wrist, pull it off directly in front of my face, not turning my head, take my head out of it, take out in front of my face, let go of his wrist, move my feet forward, climb up. Okay? Okay, from here, again, and I don't care if that, put your leg back a little bit. Okay, sometimes that leg's really far back there, that's fine. I'll still get there. I just gotta take a wider step, but we wanna try to step close to that foot as possible. Okay, so side step, and then this knee is gonna replace that foot. This top hand is gonna throw it by, but also down. The hand on the wrist is gonna catch his ankle. So here, side step, here, and I'm switch knees low on my shoulder here. Pick that up, crawl up, right through. All right, got my cross wrist here. Okay, use my thumb on this elbow, he's pushing me away here. Grab that wrist, again, palm facing out, pulling that off in front of my face, let go of his wrist, move my feet forward, grab my 2-on-1. From here, side step first, and it does not matter if that leg's back there or not. I'm just gonna take a bigger step here. Okay, this knee is gonna replace that foot. The top hand on my 2-on-1 is gonna throw it by and down. Hand on the wrist is gonna attack that ankle. Here, and then sometimes, you know, if he doesn't really turn it, I can just grab this, you know, pick it up. But most times they reach back like I'm doing right now. And so what I would do is switch knees, drop my shoulder. If we can't whizzer, pick that foot off the mat here, and then we're crawling up. All right, one more time. Well, let me grab the wrist, pull that down, grab my cross wrist. Here, he's pushing me away. Okay. Hand on the elbow, release, grab his wrist, palm facing out, pull it off in front of my face, let go of his wrist, move my feet forward, grab my 2-on-1. Okay, from here, side step, and again, with that foot here, we want to step close to his foot as possible. Here, this knee is going to replace that foot, top hand's throwing it by and down, hand on the wrist is going to grab his ankle. Here, switch knees. Drop my shoulder so we can't whizzer. Pick that foot off the mat here. That stays tight. Crawl up.